And this is just in keeping with my experience over 4 years as superintendent. When we ask people to come out to talk about things, they show up. And that's not true everywhere. So thank you so much for being here. Our team worries that I could blather on and on. So they may pull the hook on me. I could talk about this stuff forever. So the whole idea here for me to do is just sort of give you a sense of where we've been, where we are now, and where we hope to go. And really where we hope to go is really going to be contingent on your ideas. We just met with the high school teachers today. We're going to be meeting with students to talk with them and our master planning facilities committee. So we really believe in building community and getting your input. And so we're excited to talk with you and have you talk with one another. So there's a number of us from our team that'll be circulating around the room, just kind of listening into your conversations. So we'll go ahead and get started. So a little bit of history. So Jeff Kuhlman is a high school aide, and so Jeff is the unofficial historian of the district, and so we verified some of our numbers by talking with him. Gahanna-Lincoln High School opened in 1928. I was 5 years old at the time. I feel like that sometimes. And it was called Lincoln Hall. And then Hamilton Hall opened in 1963. In reality, I was 2 years old. That's the truth. I was born in 1961. And so there were campus additions in 37, 48, 81, 95, and 2000. Lots and lots of additions. And one time I was with Jeff, and he took me on what he called the tour of the tile. So I was walking around the building, and whenever the tile changed, he told me that was an addition. So that means a couple things. The tile's really old, right? And the additions maybe weren't exactly planned. I mean, what we want to do is have a plan where we know this will take care of us, our future needs, and we can provide a better learning space for our kids. So a lot of folks think that we're the biggest high school in the state. And we're actually number 9. And so what's interesting about this slide is we just posted the 3 biggest high schools in the state. And so you see Mason has 3,400 plus kids. Centerville is 2,760. Lakota is 2,613. And so I know Mentor High School in Northern Ohio is about 2,700 kids. And so we're 9 at 2,260. But I think what's most interesting about this slide is 15 and 18, our districts, our schools actually really close to us. And I think what gets left out of the conversation when we talk about our size is that we have high schools around us that are very close to us in size. So Olentangy Local, Liberty, 2,148, and Olentangy Local Orange, 2,020. And there, Dublin is close to 2,000 at 1,915. So that just is sort of, it was interesting to us because I think often people think we're just the most massive school district or high school in the state, and we're really only in the top 10. Next one. So this is a document we use to go out, and we did 40 plus coffees in the community to talk about phase 1 of our master facilities plan. And so we did a lot of community engagement to try to find a workable solution to all of our needs. And so we have more needs than just the high school, and we'll touch on those a little bit tonight. So what this phase included was building new Lincoln Elementary, which we'll break ground for that in February, and renovating K-8 classrooms with new furniture, flooring, paint, media centers at all K-8 buildings, and all student restrooms at K-8 buildings, and we're still working through all of that. Did a lot of work this past summer. Every classroom got new furniture, and we're working on the flooring. We only have 8 weeks in the summer to get work done. So it's really hard, and it's a really compressed time schedule, but we're working as fast as we can. And the other thing we're doing here in phase 1 is we did an enrollment study to predict the future growth of our district. So enrollment studies are done by demographers and geographers, and so they're a little bit of art and they're a little bit of science. So the purpose of this study was to look at the potential growth within our boundaries. And so we wanted to do a couple things. We wanted to confirm or propose adjustments to phase 2 of our master facilities phase plan. And here's what we predicted we would need and what we talked about in the coffees. But right now, we're in the phase of interrogating these things. So additions to High Point and Blackwick Elementary, a lot of the growth is happening in Jefferson Township. Blackwick is in Jefferson Township. So we're talking about additions to Blackwick. And High Point is also a high growth area. Additions to Middle School East, South, and West. We did redistrict right before the operating levy / bond issue, and that put more students at Middle School East. We were underutilizing that space, and so it's balanced things out a little bit.